Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, how many times have you sat down, taken out your painting stuff and thought, alright, time to be productive, and then immediately realize you have nothing to paint? So then you start looking for inspiration. 3 hours later, you're neck deep in Pinterest with 89 tabs open, halfway through a Studio Ghibli movie and somehow researching medieval door hinges. This has happened to me so many times, I think my paintbrushes have trust issue. Anyways, if this happens to you too, here are 3 ways that get me out of that hole. We're gonna start with the easiest one and move up from there. Alright, this one's basically art autopilot. If your brain doesn't want to think, don't force it. Just follow a step-by-step tutorial or a how to paint book and let someone else do the decision making for you. It's great because you get to just sit there and absorb their knowledge. I've got this Chinese art book with a bunch of different illustrations and sometimes I'll just start recreating them. And by the way, I don't know Mandarin, like not even a little. But that's not important. The illustrations are clear enough that I can just wing it. Honestly, exploring art books in other languages is the cheat code. If you just ignore all the words you don't understand, every book is a picture book. Just follow the progression pictures, zone out, and you end up with a finished painting. Especially if you're lazy, just pick something simple, like a single object instead of a full detail landscape. No need to paint a new fantasy world. Just paint a pineapple. Now, if you don't have a book or tutorial handy, first of all, just close that Pinterest tab before it claims another soul, and then go check out the video description. Pick out one of the links and start painting. Actually, don't even pick, just click the first one. Decision making is for people who don't have art block. Also, try out tutorials in different mediums. I've used digital painting tutorials for my gouache work and honestly, surprisingly helpful. So who knows, you may find something cool that way. Just do your scrolling and searching when you're not in painting mode. Like do it on the toilet when it's peak I don't want to be productive time. But when you're actually sitting at your desk and about to start painting, don't scroll, just paint. Okay, this one's for when your brain is working at like 40% capacity. Pick something you have painted before, maybe a plant, mushroom, or a rock, and just paint it in completely wrong colors. Here I'm painting some plants, but instead of using green, I'm going for pink, red, and purple instead. It looks odd, but in a good way. I'm not stressing about the subject because I already know how to paint it. I'm just having fun experimenting with color palettes. And sometimes that's all you need. It's a super low effort way to start painting again. If you don't have a color palette in mind, here's what you can do. Pick your subject first. Let's say it's a plant. Then Google color wheel. Ask yourself, what colors do plants usually have? Identify that color on the wheel. Go to the opposite side of the color wheel and use 3 colors around it. That's your palette. It may look cursed at first, but that's okay. Just imagine the plant talk trash about your art behind your back. And painting is not always about beauty. Sometimes it's about inflicting emotional damage. To me, this technique works way better than sitting there thinking, what vibe am I feeling today? Because the answer is usually confused and procrastinating. Plus, it's a sneaky way to test out new color palettes, or at least find out what definitely doesn't work. Either way, you win. For example, in these paintings, I really like the colors I pick for the rocks. The plants and flowers are okay-ish, and I definitely do not like the mushroom. They are way too saturated and I feel like I'm getting an overdose just looking at them. So yeah, that one doesn't work for me, but I'm saving the rock palette for later. Alright, this one is the challenging one. I like it because it's super helpful if you want to level up a bit while fighting art block. Basically, pick something from real life or a photo and try to simplify it. Like, how little can you paint and still make it recognizable? I like to zoom out of a photo until I can't see all the tiny details anymore and then paint that. I've done this with roof textures and it's actually kind of relaxing when you stop worrying about every little tile. This one is definitely a bit more work, but it gets your brain moving in a good way. And who knows, you may accidentally improve your art while trying to avoid painting. You can also look at how anime backgrounds or cartoons simplify stuff. Animation artists have mastered less is more, mostly because they can't afford more. So those are my 3 easy go-tos when I don't know what to paint. These always work for me because they're easy and you can just start painting without going through an existential crisis first. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel. If you try out these methods, let me know which one helped you the most. And if you're still staring at a blank page after this video, well, at least you're doing it with good company. Alright, go paint something weird. I'll see you in the next video.